please welcome on stage the first finalist in the category CRM, Minami, Vice President, Advanced Analytics Solutions from RAPP, to the topic Toyota in-market repurchase program. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I don't know whether it's better to speak after lunch, before lunch, whether everyone's happy or full, tired. So good afternoon. My name is Minami. I'm the VP of Advanced Analytics Solutions from RAPP. That's RAPP. I am presenting in the CRM category on behalf of Toyota Motors North America and RAPP as well. Josh Hoffman, the National Manager of Relationship Marketing at Toyota, couldn't make it. And also my boss, John Gim, the SVP, couldn't make it either. So you're stuck with me. So just a little context and background. I had a background in electrical engineering and computer science, went into consulting with IBM and Pricewaterhouse, did a lot of digital transformation consulting and strategy, then moved over to Toyota as the client, and then now I'm at the agency. So I think I've been in all different shoes, all different hats. So my most recent gig was as National Manager of Big Data and the Advanced Analytics platform at Toyota, and I managed the Customer 360 program as well. During this time is when I got to meet Josh and John, and we had a shared vision for what we could do with CRM and with big data and advanced analytics. This was a 10-year relationship that preceded even me with optimized programs. And we wanted a desire to build a more connected customer-centric experience, improve upon the historically successful repurchase program, and fight off increasingly competitive marketplace pressures. And I think even on a previous presentation, they had a list of automotive OEMs, and I think Toyota was one of the highest in terms of repurchase and retention, and that's by design. I mean, that's what Toyota does. They focus on quality and engineering and a customer-first mentality. So this all kind of blended together into the right program, the right time, the right people. And here's a brief video that highlights the overall concept.
The automotive space is rapidly evolving. So are the preferences and needs of car buyers. And even Toyota owners who generally have above average loyalty for the brand can be at risk of being lured into other vehicles by an onslaught of aggressive offers from competitive nameplates. So RAPP built the in-market repurchase program to help make sure current Toyota owners stick with the brand when it's time to buy their next car. Through a suite of machine learning models, we can better identify where a person is in their ownership journey, when they're going to be back in the market, and what their vehicle needs are likely to be. Armed with this vital business intelligence, we can serve up highly engaging emails that make the car shopping experience much more relevant and compelling for each individual. And by tracking each engagement, our initial communications get followed up by a second touch that features up to 3 local offers for the specific vehicle that piqued the shopper's interest. The result is over 279,000 possible content combinations that allow us to precisely target individual owners at the point when they're re-entering the market. And of course, the continuous iteration and optimization of our models helps us constantly sharpen our understanding of each owner. All of this adds up to relationship-strengthening communications that regularly result in significantly higher engagement levels, stronger sales, and even greater brand loyalty.
Okay, so how did we do that? There was 3 main priorities that we had. One was to focus on the foundation, the technological foundation, and so the orchestration. This slide is intentionally hard to read. Per request, but really the way to follow it is we're trying to track the marketing CRM ecosystem from source to processing, to campaigns, to fulfillment through channels, to customers, and with a feedback loop on response and lift. Our primary focus was on marketing response data, customer transactional data, web, as well as vehicle configuration, vehicle inventory, et cetera. So a lot of different APIs, a lot of different data sources to bring together and to process, as well as work with Toyota as the client when I had the client hat on, as well as with the agency for their platform systems, and with other partners and third-party agencies. So quite a bit of work. I mean, this really is the hard thing. We have a lot of different solution providers, cloud providers, data providers that can offer up a lot of solutions. So the hardest part when we were at Toyota was knowing which was best of breed and how to tie them together in one holistic ecosystem. So there's no substitute for hard work, and basically building the relationships and the trust that we needed over many rounds of beer and wine and other drinks. We also needed to power up the solution. So we used data science and the advanced analytics toolkit to power this up. So the key thing with, or challenge we faced with Toyota was that we had the PII customer data that we had to manage and trust and have protections around. And we had the risk of sending that data out to third parties where it could get lost and misused. So there's a lot of protections that needed to be built in. That's why we built out the big data platform with secured access controls for trusted partner agencies to come in or consulting companies. So there's actually separated environments that are firewalled off that each individual agency or consulting company can work within to run models on Toyota's cluster using Toyota's big data platform. So this has been a very successful thing because now we're able to bring together all of the different data sets that we have internally within Toyota, whether it be customer service, quality, manufacturing, supply chain, et cetera. And that is available through features that are generated by the Toyota data science teams internally. So we have a tight collaboration with them to do the POCs, the testing, the QA, and then rapid iteration. The other thing to mention is that this enables full transparency across agency and across Toyota to see the actual code, source code in our models. So there's no surprises. There's no black box. We can't just pull the rug out and say, we're gone if you don't hire us again. So the main thing is that this needs to be a partnership. You can't have so many of these walled gardens and trying to stitch all this together. So this was a really good solution that allowed for Toyota to maintain control over its assets while also enabling subject matter experts in certain specific domains to do the data science models. In addition to that, we need to enable scale. So scaling the content as a data asset, and also to be able to automate and create templating systems to work with the content, such as offers, such as product information, et cetera. Take in data and business requirements, put it into a decisioning engine, and combine that with the content into a templating engine. So we have a very modular formatted system that allows for the seamless stitching of that data into modules that are also interchangeable with the templates. So this allows for self-service from our campaign marketers, as well as our strategists to deploy without any touch from development. So results, we've been able to generate, we are able to generate 279,000 different versions tuned to consumer needs. We will not make that many, but we have the ability with the modular templating system. We noticed 22 to 57% higher engagement rates, varies depending on specific engagement metrics. There was a 44% increase in sales for the program year over year, as well as a plus 50% increase in conversion rate of top tier targets with the machine learning models versus our historic models. And something, even the best thing is that with this framework, we can extend these models to go beyond repurchase. We can go into certified repurchase. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. So, 2 minutes Q&A. Any questions?
Yeah, couple questions about the results. How did you validate the sales attributed to this program versus other factors that might have impacted it?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Toyota is a partner, so now that I'm on the agency side, they provide all the sales data back through into the big data platform, and so they do the match back. So the agency relies on the Toyota internal team to do the match back on the sales. Now, it just means that we had maybe last touch or most recent touch. They're not doing a MTA across multiple different touches, but it's good enough for Toyota so that they know for the programs that we're running that there is some sort of lift that's associated with these programs.
Yeah, and back before that, was this strictly email, or I couldn't read the boxes? Were you also layering that with programmatic and other types of online advertising?
Sorry, yeah, so email is the highest volume because it's relationship marketing as well as direct mail and some web. We had done some POCs with social, with some programmatic through the DMP, anonymized of course, but it just took way too long to coordinate all those different moving parts with a different agency partner that was running media to be able to do that. But that's on the roadmap, but we took the low-hanging fruit, which was CRM for Toyota, which is basically their bread and butter.
All right.
Okay.
20 seconds left. One more question, maybe? So thank you very much, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.